A man was arrested for stealing 800 pounds of lemons. Remember, when life gets you arrested, make 800 pounds of lemonade. Florida is losing an alarming amount of wildlife due to super snakes, making super snakes an environmental issue instead of just a high school one. Michael Jackson's stylist hints that maybe MJ is still alive, a belief that's so widely held that it'd be kinda rude for him to stay dead. I'm Will Fahey and this is LateTube. What drives a man in California to steal 800 pounds of lemons? Is it the sour citrus? The cool, refreshing taste of lemonade? Turns out the answer might be meth. Meth heads stealing from farmers is an actual problem in Southern and Central California. Back in the good old days, when your cow went missing, you assumed it was aliens. Now it's almost certainly crackheads. This is all due to a whole bunch of depressing economic statistics and unemployment. But it's a lot funnier if we just focus on the guy who stole 800 pounds of lemons. Dionisio Fierros. Fierros was arrested when he was caught by a farm theft investigator. It isn't known if he tried to argue for his innocence, but there's not a lot of non-criminals driving around with 800 pounds of lemons in their car. When looking into Fierros, the officers discovered that he had no registered phone number, meaning that an actual human being went off the grid to go driving around California while stealing lemons. Like Robin Hood, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. But he's stealing from the middle class, and he's probably just gonna give it to other meth heads. We do have to assume that he was going to sell the lemons, because it is highly unlikely that he was gonna eat 4 times his body weight in lemons. Then again, with crackheads, physical limitations are just meaningless words. He would be in jail right now, but he managed to post $10,000 in bail. Someone who stole 800 pounds of lemons had $10,000 laying around. It sounds like fantasy, but it really is just a testament to meth. Yes, he probably sold lemons, but did he really save up $10,000 worth of lemon funds? I do not think that there's a business school on the planet that can teach you to run a lemonade stand quite like this guy, especially with the type of profit that he's wheeling in. Burmese and Indian pythons have started making passionate love in the Everglades. The romance has led to a crossbreed of super snakes. It may sound scary, but trust me, it is terrifying. While the Burmese python was the apex predator of the Everglades, the Burmese Indian Inmese python, if you will, is the length of 3 full-grown men, and unlike the Burmese, likes to stay above water. Meaning that if you live in Florida and you like to go for morning jogs, chances are you're watching this video from inside a snake. It's not all bad. The new species is smaller than the Burmese python, it's just more aggressive and faster. For some, the smaller python is a bit more of a threat because it's harder to spot. Still, it is an 18-foot long snake, and to get caught off guard by that is kind of an accomplishment. The pythons have been an ecological disaster ever since the 1980s, when a whole bunch of owners thought it was a good idea to leave their snakes there. The 80s were of course a crazy time of disco, cocaine, and throwing 200-pound snakes into the wilderness. The snakes began destroying the ecosystem, killing off just about all the mammals in the area. Their success allowed them to grow to numbers of almost 150,000, which means that there is almost 3 million feet worth of snake in the Everglades. A fact that is scarier once you realize that these snakes can eat alligators whole. Wildlife officials have tried to fight back by killing and bagging the pythons, but in reality, the snakes have already won. Florida is theirs for the taking, and quite frankly, I don't know anybody who's upset. If the snakes take Florida, I say good for them, because they're clearly the only people who still want it. Michael Jackson's stylist, Steve Erhardt, posted a picture of a Michael Jackson looking leg with the caption, "He's coming soon." Because in 2018, even people coming back from the dead has to have a teaser trailer. This was a response to a post that he made last year where he said that MJ believers would have very good news, and that it was news that not even MJ's family knew about. If you're listening to this, Michael, our patience is running thin. I get it, if you fake your death, you have to keep people guessing. You have to show up to a wedding here and there. But after 9 years, we're kind of tired of the teasing. The strange thing is that people lasted years thinking that MJ was alive every time they saw a light-skinned black dude. But now that there's a picture of his sock, nobody wants to talk about it. Well, I will. Personally, I don't know a lot about feet. I'm not weird like that. But if I had to say that this was anybody's foot, which I'm assuming that it is, I would say that that is probably Michael Jackson's foot. Hello? Uh-huh. Prince too? Yeah. Makes sense. Oh, a sniper. Yeah. That makes sense too. So what do you want me to say? Okay, got it. Thanks for not shooting me. Bye. Guys, that Michael Jackson dude, like, he's dead. He's so dead. Don't even worry about it. I remember I actually saw the body. I went to the funeral. And you know what I said? I said, that is a dead body right there. And it's definitely Michael Jackson. What? Some guy said he saw MJ? Well, I saw him too. He's in the box over there. Go check it out. While I'm sad that MJ is for sure dead, and that's still the truth, I am also glad that Sony and the US government had absolutely nothing to do with his disappearance. Death. Had nothing to do with his death. That's all the news we have today, everybody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Lil Fahey, and that's the T.